Hi guys, my name is Amy Greek. This is the tutorial we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a cyborg, which is pretty fun. It does incorporate a prosthetic, which you can see here, and all the rest down here and all across to this side is all hand painted. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do this if you'd like to do this for yourself. It's not that hard to do once you learn all the little techniques. Most important of all is to give it a try and have lots of fun.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is apply the prosthetic. Today I'm using a Body Effects prosthetic that's made for the eye for cyborgs. Body Effects is a great company. They make their prosthetics out of foam latex. I've had this one for about 2 years, I think, and I've used it lots of times. These come unpainted or you can buy them painted. We sell them here in our store. This one's been painted. They're a bit cheaper unpainted, of course. You just paint them with normal face and body paints, and if you want to change it, you just wash them off and reuse them. They're really great. So to apply this, we're going to get some Prosade, which comes in a little jar like this, and we're just going to put Prosade around the edges. Now I don't want to get Prosade in my eyebrow or in my hair, so I'm not going to put it all over the back of it. You don't need it all over the back of it. So you just apply this by dabbing with a little applicator. It's like a little lip gloss applicator. I'm just going to dab it on the prosthetic. So I'll apply it on the prosthetic and then we'll apply that. Okay, so I've applied glue on the bits where I want it to be. It doesn't need to be all over it to hold it on. The glue's quite strong. So you just need to leave this to dry until it goes clear and then you apply it. So we're going to apply it over this eye. So this piece here is kind of like an eyebrow shape. So you don't want it to look like this, you want it to be up like an angry eyebrow. You can apply prosthetics after you've done the rest of it. I tend to do it beforehand because I like to see where I'm going, and the prosthetic helps me decide what I'm going to paint as well. So you want to get it to stick in there. Now I've glued it all along the bottom, but not this bit, because if you can see that's going in my hair and I obviously don't want prosthetic glue in my hair. So the next thing we're going to use is Tag Silver. Tag Silver is a great colour. I like to have it a bit more silver though. It's hard to find really good metallic colours. So what I do is I use the Tag Silver cake and then I mix in some of this Mehron silver powder onto the cake. So just tip a bit on top and then mix it in with water. Okay, so now I'm going to apply this silver all over my face. So it's just a Loew Cornell flat brush. I'm just going to use a face painting sponge as I go along. Before that has a chance to dry, and that'll just help even it out a little bit and get it into those hard to reach bits like under your nose. You want to make sure that you get the bits up here where you're going into your hairline, even if you get it in your hair. It's going to wash out ears. Alright, so now we're covered in silver. It's a bit blotchy, but that doesn't matter. We're going to be going over it and shading again. We're going to get one of these little things, which are called Daubers. And we're going to use these to make the lights, or the buttons or the lights that are going to be on the forehead. So the way that you use these little guys is you dip them in water. It's like a little sponge on a stick. Dip it in water. Then I'm going to squeeze out the excess water with my finger. And we want this to look like a three-dimensional light. So the first colour we're going to get is white. And we're just going to rub the dauber in there, pick up some white. Then we're going to get some green. This is Tag light green. And I'm going to rub about a quarter next to the white in the light green. Yeah, well that's about a third, but quarter third. Then we're going to get some Tag light blue. This has got green mixed on it, which is why it looks kind of strange. And we're going to put that next to the white on the other side. Yeah. So we've got our highlight, our two medium colours, and we're going to do a shadow. So we might use a Tag metallic dark blue for that. So you just want a little rim at the bottom. Can you see that? Okay, so what this is going to do is when we apply the colours and give it a little twist, it's going to blend all those colours together, which is going to look really cool. So we want the white on the top, so we're going to place that about here, and I'm just going to give it a little twist. You don't want to twist it all the way around because all the colours will blend totally together. But a little twist, lift it up and give it a tap so the colours can blend together. And you're going to get something like that. So now we're going to do the same thing with a slightly bigger dauber, and you get that 3D shape again. Yeah. Okay. So now what we're going to do is work out what we want to do around this. So for doing all my outlining and lines, I like to use a little thin brush. So this is a number 0 Loew Cornell round brush. I'm going to go around those shapes. So now I kind of want to start building some shapes off here. I'm going to bring this down around this prosthetic here and make this a point. I'm also going to turn this one into a bit of a different shape. So I'm just going to put a line across there. And one there. And I'm going to bring this all up into a V. So I'm going to round these little shapes out here. And fill that in. I'm still going to put some rounded shapes up here. Okay, so I'm liking this shape here, but this bit, this line along the top here looks kind of weird to me, so we're going to try making it a bit more angular. So I'm going to bring that up. Make it into a point. Alright, so now we're going to do some shapes coming up here that kind of look like pipes or leaves, that kind of thing. So for this I'm going to use a the long liner. This is the Loew Cornell long liner. The long liner is great because they hold a lot of makeup in there because they're so long. So they're really good for doing long straight lines. Alright, so we're going to start from here. And we're going to go up and do our hairline. So again, smaller one. Up into the hairline. And again. Oops, up into the hairline. That one went a bit crazy. That's okay, fix it as we go along. And one more. Okay. Yeah, I might also put a little bit of colour in here as well. So maybe this little bit here that's still popping out. We might get some of that tag green that we used to start with, the light green. Do a line of it there. Some of the light blue. Pop that in here. Some purple. This is tag Lilac. It's just going to help add a little bit of interest in our design. Now you can see where the colour is touching the black, it's starting to blend a little bit. That's okay. It's actually good. So I'm also going to separate this purple bit off from this silver bit here. So that black's a little bit thick, but once it's dried we'll go back and put some more purple down and that will be good. I'm also going to go around this little green guy here and then fill in this area black.